My dear students, so today I'm going to start next chapter, the basic concepts of economics. So in this chapter we are going to study about the basic concepts, and that basic concepts are needed in future. Okay, so what are that basic concepts? So the basic concepts regarding human wants, okay, investment, wealth, related to consumption, different types of consumption, their features. Okay, so wealth, welfare, utility. So this type of concepts we will discuss or we will study in this chapter. So let's start with the human ones. Okay, human ones. So first, before going to the human ones, we have to know the difference between wants and a desire. Okay, there is a basic difference between desire and the wants, but for the common people both the concepts may be same, but in economics these two concepts vary or differ from each other. So what is desire? First let's go to desire. So desire means wish to have something. A wish to have something means, suppose say I am willing to have a car or a bike, but if I don't have money to purchase that car or bike, then that will remain my desire only. Okay, means here desire is only a wish to have something. Okay, my this one maybe money not be sufficient with me to purchase that car or a bike, so in that case it will remain simply a desire. Now want, what is want? Want is an effective desire. Effective a desire. Okay, it is effective desire. Desire to have something. Okay, and what I'm doing for having that commodity, if I'm putting my effort, okay, if I'm working hard to accumulate that much amount of money to purchase that car or bike, then that will become my want. So what is want? Want is an effective desire. Okay, if effective desire for a particular thing. Okay, particular thing which can be satisfied by making an effort. Okay, making an effort to acquire it. So here what is necessary? We have to make an effort to acquire it. So what is that effort? What is that effort to acquire it? Effort means earning. Okay, earning income, working hard to earn more income to purchase that a bike or car. Okay, so once again, desire means only wish to have something or only wish to purchase something, but that is only a wish. Okay, but what is want? Want is an effective desire for a particular thing. Okay, effective desire for a particular thing, and how that effective desire can be fulfilled? That effective desire can be fulfilled by putting an effort to earn an income, sufficient income to purchase that car or a bike, then that will become your want. Okay, now next, human wants. So human wants means what the people are doing. Okay, how they are putting an effort, how they are struggling, how they are working hard to accumulate more income, on more income to fulfill his needs or desire. So once I am able to purchase that bike, according to our example, if I am making more income, okay, earning more income to purchase that car or bike, then that will become my wants. Okay, so that is the basic difference between wants and desire. Now next concept we have human wants. So human wants are classified into two parts. One is called primary wants and the second one is called secondary wants. Now first you have to understand what is primary wants. So primary wants refers to those wants which are very necessary for our survival or existence, or for maintaining our normal life, or for maintaining our normal efficiency. So once again, what is primary wants? Primary wants refers to those wants which are necessary for very existence or for our survival. So these wants are necessary for our survival, okay, survival or maintaining normal efficiency of life. So that is our primary wants. Now primary wants are classified in two. One is for normal efficiency or for survival. Once again, that is the first part. Now the second part we have these primary wants can be classified into two parts. One is for our survival. That means the wants for our survival. So what are the things that is necessary for our survival? Like food, shelter, clothing. So these are necessary for our survival. Food, clothing, shelter. So these are the wants, okay, which are necessary for our survival. Now second one we have wants for maintaining normal efficiency of life. So in order to make normal efficiency of life, what are the things that is necessary for maintaining the normal efficiency of life? Suppose say for a factory worker, what is necessary? Plenty of food is necessary for that normal efficiency of life for that particular factory worker. Similarly, for students, what are the things that is necessary for maintaining the normal efficiency? For students, book, okay, book is necessary for maintaining the normal efficiency. Table, chair. So these all are the things necessary for maintaining the normal efficiency of life. So once again listen. For a factory worker, what is the necessary for maintaining the normal efficiency? Plenty of food. Plenty of food is essential for maintaining the normal efficiency of life. And for students, what are the necessary for maintaining the normal efficiency? Book, okay, book is necessary. Table, chair, etc. is necessary for students for maintaining the normal efficiency of life. Okay, so next type of wants we have secondary wants. So what is secondary wants? Secondary wants refers to those wants which arise only after the primary wants are satisfied. That means secondary wants arises if the primary wants are fulfilled, okay, then only that secondary wants arises. Now again these secondary wants, okay, the secondary wants related to the wants for comforts and luxury goods. What type of wants? Comforts and the luxury. So we can say that the secondary wants are divided or classified in two categories. Number one, wants for comfort. This is divided in two categories. Wants for comforts, and second one we have wants for luxury. Luxury, okay? Wants for comforts and wants for luxury. So wants for comfort means that makes our life easier. The wants for those type of goods which makes our life comfort, okay? Comforts like I'll give one example. Refrigerator in kitchen. When we talk about refrigerator, if refrigerator is there in the kitchen, then it makes our life more comfortable. We can store it many things, okay, and we can prevent it from decay. So that comes under wants for comfort. Similarly, if there is a sofa set in a room, okay, sofa set a room, so that also comes under wants for comfort, and that makes our life more comfortable. Similarly, music system in our house, okay, music system in our house is also one of the example of wants for comforts, okay. Wants for comfort make our life more easier, convenient and comfortable, okay. Now next one we have wants for luxury. So wants for luxury, okay, the goods which show the status, okay, status of a person, power, wealth, that shows the position of a person in a society. So that includes what type of wants? Wants for luxury goods includes jewelry items, okay, luxury car, okay, air conditioner room, etc. So these all are the example of wants for luxury. So that is for living the luxurious life, and that shows the position, okay, position and a wealth of a person in a society. So this type of wants are included in wants for luxury. Okay, next topic we have features of human wants. So first, we know that human wants are unlimited. So first feature, wants are unlimited. So human wants are one of the most important or the fundamental characteristics of human wants is that the wants are unlimited. Means the wants arises when a child is born till he goes to the graveyard. Means once the child is born, pampers and some other essential things are needed. When that person grows and becomes elder, again the wants will increase, okay. Wants are needed in a more quantity. If he goes to the graveyard, till that time he will be in a need of some of the things or some of the clothes like white clothes when he goes to the graveyard. So wants are multiple as a person grow from childhood to adult, teenage, adult, then he becomes elder. So till that time period the wants will multiply and it will goes on increasing. That's why it is called human wants are unlimited. Now second we have second features we have wants are complementary. Wants are complementary. Complementary means the two things, two or more goods are demanded or wanted together, okay. Two or more goods wanted together. So when when we want car, when we want car, it also creates wants for petrol, okay. Why it is called complementary? Because two or more goods are wanted together at a same time. So once we want car, it also creates the want for petrol. That's why it is called wants are complementary. So various wants are there that are wanted together. Okay, so this type of want is called complementary wants. Now third one we have substitution of wants. Substitution of a wants. So wants can be substituted. A particular want can be satisfied by one good or other. Okay. Here the want can be substituted by the other goods. I'll give one example. When a person is thirsty, so he can take either a glass of water or cold drinks or a glass of juice to satisfy his thirst. Okay, so here what we can do that in order to quench his thirst, instead of using glass of water, he can use a glass of juice also, or he can use cold drinks also. So here what we are doing, we are substituting the wants. Okay, wants from maybe cold drinks to a glass of water, or maybe from glass of water to glass of juice. So that's why it is called substitution of want. Some wants can be substituted by the other good. So when we are feeling thirsty, instead of taking a glass of water, we can take cold drinks also, as well as a glass of juice also. Okay, next features we have wants multiply. So human wants multiply over period of time. Okay, that means the wants multiply over period of time, or wants will increase when science and technology develops. Okay, there may be the arrival of new products in the market, and when new items comes in the market, we obviously demand that items. So once we are demanding means our wants are multiplying. I'll give you one example. Due to invention of science and technology, okay, mobile phone has launched in the market, and nowadays each and every one of us is demanding that mobile phone, or we are in want of that mobile phone. But if you see the data of 15 years back, hardly the people used to carry that mobile. So due to the invention, due to increase in knowledge, increase in invention, what is happening, the wants are multiplying. When the new products comes in the market, the people are in need of that commodity, or they are in need of that items. So that's why it's called wants multiply. I'll give you one more example. Earlier the people used a simple utensil. Now we have microwave oven. Okay, so due to invention, due to discovery of new items, the wants is increasing or multiplying. Okay, next features we have a wants recur. Okay, a wants recur, or a wants are recurring in nature. Recurring means repeated after certain interval of time. Okay, few wants are there that are repeated after certain interval of time. For example, take a case of food. Okay, having a meal in the morning does not mean that we will not feel hungry in the evening. So after certain interval of time, again we need that food to satisfy our hunger. So here what is happening, our wants are recurring, okay, or repeating after certain interval of time. That's why in morning we take breakfast, again after 4-5 hours we take lunch, again after 4-5 hours in night we take a dinner. So in order to satisfy our hunger, okay, the wants will recur, okay, recur or repeated after certain interval of time. Now next we have wants can be, single wants can be satisfied. Single wants can be satisfied. We know that all wants cannot be satisfied at a same time. Okay, all human wants are unlimited, and due to that unlimited wants, all wants are not possible to satisfy. So in that case, what we can say that single wants can be satisfied, and that is one of the basic feature of that human wants. I'll give you one example. Suppose say I have wants for bike. I want bike also and car also at the same time, but it may not be possible for me to satisfy both the want for car and a bike. But if I go only for bike, then I can satisfy my want. So single want can be satisfied. Okay, want for bike, want for a bike can be satisfied, but at the same time want for car may not be satisfied. So that's why it is called single wants can be satisfied. Okay, now next one, wants differ in their urgency. Next point we have wants differ in their urgency. Urgency means some wants are very urgent and some wants are less urgent. So depending on the scale of preferences, depending on the scale of priorities. Priorities means which wants are very urgent to us and which are less urgent. So depending on the need or requirement or scale of preference, we can choose that, or we can satisfy or we can fulfill that demand. Suppose say if I have a want for food, okay, food, and let's consider two items, food and car. Okay, now which one is the urgent want, food or car? Food is the urgent want. So what will be the motive of the person? The motive of person is to fulfill the basic needs or the urgent need. What is the urgent need? To satisfy or hunger is the urgent need, then compared to purchasing that other items. It may be bikes or maybe car or purchasing or going for movies and so on. So we have to see the different in their urgency. Okay, if some needs are very urgent, if some wants are very urgent, we have to fulfill that want first, then we can go for the other one.